Hello friends, I want to thank you for joining me today and thank Thrive Market for sponsoring this video. Alright, I know I already gave you guys the inside tour of this house before we moved in, but this time is going to be a little different. We've moved in, gotten mostly settled, and I'm going to take you through each space. And I want to just brainstorm with you some of the ideas I'm having about what I'd like to do with each space, the makeovers, the changes I want to make eventually. I got the idea to do this video with you because my sister-in-law came over and I was walking her through the home and talking about the ideas that I'd had, and it was so fun to get an outsider's perspective. She just gave me all these ideas and I thought, you know what, it would be really fun to take you guys along and do the same so that maybe you got some ideas for me that I'm not thinking about. I'll admit there are some spaces in here that I'm just stumped on. I don't really know what to do, or I'm like lacking the vision. I think I've just stared at it all too long and just thought about it too much. So if you don't mind joining me today, let's just walk through the house, talk about how I want it to function, the kind of look, the style that I'm hoping to achieve, and then you can share with me some of the ideas that maybe come up for you. So we'll head on in right after we talk about this porch and the thoughts I'm having and the roof. Actually, we need to talk about the roof. So we'll head in after we kind of cover the entrance of this home. So you'll see here that I've laid down some tiles and wood floor samples. I'm debating on what to do with these front steps on the front porch. It needs to be waterproof for sure, since half the stairs are not under the porch itself, so it's going to get wet, going to be out in the elements. So I thought this stone tile would be kind of cool. It's from Floor & Decor. I laid it out in a herringbone style, so it'll feel more like a stone porch. Probably go well with the rock face that they've put here in the front of the stairs, but I don't know, let me know what you think. I've also laid down a couple of wood floor samples that I grabbed from Floor & Decor. I wouldn't want to put wood out here. These are actually samples that I'm debating for the inside of the house, but they have wood-like tiles, which would be waterproof. I need to go look at their options still, but I'm toying with the idea, and maybe I want the front porch to have the wood look. That may be more country, farmhouse? I don't know. What do you think? Do you like the stone or the wood? Let me know. All right, and perhaps the most difficult thing on my mind lately has been the roof situation. These are 50-year-old wood cedar shake shingles. They are stunning, but well past their prime, and so they have to be replaced. And we have to do that this year for insurance sake. But to buy new wood shingles, I've told you guys before, is ridiculously expensive, so it's just not in the playbook. Maybe we'll win the lottery in 20 years or so and can do that, even though we don't gamble. But you know, maybe our ship will come in. But I would love to someday get original shakes on here like they have, or like lookalikes that are more fireproof. But anyway, for now, we've been looking at these asphalt shingles. This is the color, what color is it? Oh, it's a natural wood, so it kind of looks like the same color tones as these wood shingles, but I think I'm going to get a different style that is thicker and they're more layered. So I think that'll look better, but this is what I'm debating right now. We have a really steep pitch, so we need something that the snow will gradually fall off of, since we get so much snow. So those are the things I'm debating on the porch. Other than that, I love it. I love the colors, everything. We just need to think about the porch floor and the roof. But let's head on in and talk about the inside of the house. Oh my goodness, the timing of this could not have been better. I actually was filming this tour and there was a knock on the door and this Thrive Market box showed up. I was thrilled because this is today's sponsor for the video, and the timing was perfect, because now we can just crank out this whole video in one day and get this done. But so excited to be working with Thrive Market. I bet you've heard of them. This is kind of a dream collaboration for me, you guys. I've been using Thrive, at least I've tried them a few different times in my life, and love their service. So to be able to work with them and share their products and service with you is like a dream for me. So let me tell you a bit more about Thrive Market. Let's first see if I can unbox this while talking to you and carrying on a legible thought. Anyway, Thrive Market is an online grocery store where you can get amazing groceries. I'm really excited about some of these new ones I picked out. When I first heard about them, I was really blown away by their prices. They have a lot of the same items that I've been picking up at the local grocery stores that carry more of these organic, healthier options. Ooh, I got this book since this is one of their freebies this time. Anyway, so I discovered that I could save a lot of money shopping through Thrive Market rather than going to my local stores or having like the local grocery delivery service. These are the types of food I buy anyway. Love these Siete Mexican wooden cookies. Oh, they're so good. But when I realized the cost savings from buying them from Thrive, I was just blown away and hooked. For example, let me find, okay, their Thrive Market organic whole grain granola. So they also carry one of my favorite brands. What's it called? Pure Elizabeth? Is that it? Sorry, Purely Elizabeth. It's one of my favorite granola brands if we have to buy granola because I didn't think ahead of time to make it. But I usually pick up a bag of granola, the Purely Elizabeth, from the grocery stores for like $8 a bag. I know it's expensive. It's a rare treat for us. But I discovered that I could get it from Thrive for a little over $7. So the same exact product, already $1 cheaper. However, by shopping with Thrive Market, you get access to their Thrive Market brands, and they are so dedicated to making healthier options for us. And they have so many organic options. So this bag of granola was $4.43, around there if I remember right. It's 12 ounces, and I think the Purely Elizabeth is 8 ounces? Goodness, I'm sorry, I'm kind of having a moment here, too much going through my head. So already a bigger bag, half the price, clean ingredients. They have amazing superfoods in here, flax seeds, chia seeds, cocoa, quinoa. So same quality of product, bigger size, way cheaper price. Really, if you haven't shopped at Thrive Market, you're going to be blown away. We also have to work around some gluten sensitivities in our home, and I like to keep things low sugar or natural sugar at all. So you can actually shop like any sort of diet if you want to be paleo, keto, low sugar, gluten-free. You can actually select that option on thrivemarket.com, and it shows you all the options. So this time I'm trying their gluten-free pumpkin muffin and bread mix. I know that's going to be a hit. My daughter needs some quick breakfasts since she's so busy these days. So I always look for these options. I love the Siete chips as well. These were a much better price than my local grocery store that has those. All right, they carry pure maple syrup, which is a must for us. This time I'm trying their Rosie brand dishwasher detergent and dish soap. I love that they also have clean household ingredients. Anyway, another thing to consider about Thrive Market is that if you like to do your shopping online, even with local grocery stores, you usually have to pay a shipping fee or the fee for the shopper. What's amazing with this is if you spend over $49, you get free shipping, which for a family of 6, that is not hard to do. So that's another way that you can save money by shopping with Thrive. Now you might be wondering why it's actually cheaper, and the whole idea is that because this is a membership service, we kind of are able to cut down the prices together when we shop at Thrive. So a membership, if you pay a year at a time, comes to about $5 a month, which I guarantee you will save, especially if you do a lot of online shopping. It's just really a great option. What is in here? I don't remember what I bought. Oh, it's ghee. I didn't buy these. These were part of the free gift, I think. Awesome. All right, my friends, if you haven't already given Thrive Market a try, I encourage you to do that. I will have a link in the description below where you can save 30% and get a gift valued up to $60. You can also go to thrivemarket.com/tidbitsandcompany to get this same offer. Definitely take advantage of it. Give it a try. I'm hooked. I love this service, and I hope you do too. Okay, I am going to get all this put away and we'll continue with the tour. So now that we're in the entryway, let's just first talk about the flooring here. I despise it. It's slate, and I'm not entirely against slate. Okay, I take that back, I am. We installed it in the very first home we ever owned in the entryway, and I hated it then, I hate it now. It's hard to clean up, it's bumpy. To me, this is more like an outside paver kind of flooring, which we could pull it up and use it for little pathways outside. But it is so hard to walk on. It's really hard as a transition between our little schoolroom here, which I'll show you, and the living room and my bedroom. Like it's really hard to walk on because it's so bumpy. I always get nervous when my mom's here. She feels uneasy on it. So it's definitely gotta go. I'm just not sure if I want to do the same wood flooring in here that I'm gonna do throughout the rest of the house, or break it up like they did and do like a tile. It makes sense to do tile in an entryway since, you know, wet feet and shoes might come in here. But at the same time, I wonder if just keeping with the wood would make a more seamless transition between these spaces since they're so interconnected. So let me know your thoughts. Should I do a different tile or just keep it with the wood flooring that's flowing through the rest of the home eventually? So those are my thoughts on the flooring, but this slate has got to go. As for the walls, they're this kind of like pink and green tone with some wainscoting and whatnot. It's not terrible, but I definitely want to go a different vibe. So we'll be changing that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do like beadboard on the lower third of the walls. Just not sure about all that yet. I need to think this through. But if you want to look at like what's inspiring me, actually go over to my Pinterest account. I created a board that's called Style Cottage. And I'm kind of pinning all these ideas that are more of the cottage vibe that I'm trying to achieve. I want the inside of the home to look more like the outside of the home and make it feel seamless, this cute little cottage. So you can go over there and see some of the inspiration that I'm gathering from. I also did a blog post about the church history sites that we toured and some of the US history sites that we toured in the East. And I gathered images that were inspiring me of the kind of the design that I grabbed there. And I noticed a trend. I was really inspired by the homes of that era that the trim was painted a bolder color and the rest of the walls were white. So however we do the trim work, the doors and the walls, I want that to be where the color is, which is kind of popular right now. And then the rest just to be white. So that's more along the design aesthetic that I'm shooting for, that you can go and check out and see what I'm thinking about to point me in the right direction. But to continue on with this entryway, this upper wallpaper's gotta go. It's cute, right? But I'm not a fan of upper wallpaper borders. I feel like that's a very 90s thing that I wouldn't mind getting away from. I love the front door, it's beautiful. And let's see, this chair I just put there because we had nowhere else to put it, but I would definitely like some kind of storage console piece, some art on this wall, maybe a different light fixture, I don't know. These kind of are dark. So anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but that's my thoughts from the get-go on this entryway. Next up is this room that is probably intended to be more of a formal living room. We don't have need of such a thing, but we do need a schoolroom and office. So that's what I want to convert this space to, and we're getting there. We got all these half-stove bookshelves from IKEA, which I shared with you already. We definitely want to customize them so they don't look so IKEA. We'll do like a butcher block countertop, the whole length of it, to separate the step back bookshelf part. We might even like build it in, do some trim work on top to make it look more like a built-in library here. I don't know, still playing with the idea because I also like when like baskets are on the top of bookshelves. So I might just do that and save the money, you know, for elsewhere. Now we already made kind of a big change in this room. I had to hire an electrician to put in some can lights. This room only functioned off of the light switch. It would turn on lamps if you had lamps plugged in. So it was a really poorly lit space. And for a schoolroom where we work and study in day and night, we really needed lighting. So I had to fork out some money for an electrician to get some can lights in here and downstairs in the living room, which I'll share with you. So that kind of took the budget for a while, but that's okay. It made a huge difference as far as the lighting. Now you'll see that I have my work desk here. This is a desk that we had in the other home. It's really uncomfortable because there's shelving right at my feet. So I don't know if this is the desk I want to keep, but that's where we put it. So that's where I'm working. I love having a desk in front of this bay window. Being able to look outside is really helpful for my mood and just to help me feel better from looking at a screen for several hours a day. So whether it's that desk or another one that I'll get someday, that's definitely where I want to be working for the rest of my life. But this also needs to be my kids' schoolroom. So we have the piano in here. Not sure if it's gonna stay there or if we're gonna make room for a bigger table. I'd love to put a big table down the middle of this room where my kids could do their schoolwork right next to me so that I can help them when they need it, and so that we're just together for that kind of study part of the day. I definitely want to replace the flooring, get some pretty hardwood flooring in here. The carpet's nice, but I am just a fan of hardwood flooring and big rugs. So that is my preference for many reasons we'll talk about for another day. But right now there's this big green rug in here. It came from our last house. I put it out here just the other day to see if I liked it. I don't feel like this is the color I want to go with for this schoolroom, so I'm trying to sell it on Facebook, but for now it's right here. Other than that, it's the same pink and green wall tones, which we'll switch out, do something different. But yeah, this is gonna be the schoolroom. Okay, as you can see, the primary suite, if you will, has a detached bathroom, meaning the bathroom is not necessarily connected inside the bedroom, which is something, I mean, we're living with. It's not ideal. I love having the master suite all kind of one space. It's very nice that way, but the bathroom is attached. It is small, and when we moved in, I just didn't think I would be ripping down any walls, but this is the one space my husband and I are really truly debating on if it's worth ripping down some walls and rebuilding. I would love a bathroom at least twice this size. I would love to move things around so that it's connected by a door inside the bedroom. That's gonna require rebuilding the outside a little bit, but I think it will work. But if I'm gonna be here for a long, long time, I would really like a different bathroom. This one doesn't even have a shower. It's just a bathtub, which I love the bathtub, but I would like a shower. So far we have to go upstairs or downstairs to shower, which isn't terrible, but it's not the best either. So I would love to get a tub and a shower inside the primary bathroom. Anyway, and then the yellow toilet, the yellow tile, the yellow cupboards, the vinyl flooring. Yeah, I'd like it all to go. As cool as that yellow toilet is, I have kind of a different vision, but I would definitely love to make that a bigger space and make it feel, I don't know, you know, where we get ready at the beginning of the day. It's just nice to have it have enough storage and to have it feel and special and function well for you. So that's probably gonna be the biggest demo job of the home. Not sure when we'll get to it, but that's the goal. And as you can probably tell, here in the bedroom, the lighting's not great. This is the other room in the house where the light switches just go to the lamps. To hire an electrician, every lamp or every can light was super expensive. And so I didn't feel like we actually needed it in here. And I actually really like the cozier vibe for a bedroom with the lamps. So I actually might just keep this and call it good because it does feel nice. I have 3 lamps in here and it's nice to just keep this space cozy. It's not a big bedroom. Again, I would like different flooring, nice big rug. It's nice that we each have our closets, my husband and I, so that we can keep them separate. They're not huge, but that just means I have to cut down on the amount of clothes I have, which is fine and a good practice anyway. But the colors in here are really muted and calm, but I will probably play around with wall treatments and different colors. So not a ton here, but I love decorating bedrooms. So for me, like what you put on the side tables, the linens, that's what's most important in a bedroom space for me. So I just don't see this room as a ton of work, but some small changes might make a big difference. Okay, we've moved into this family room, which is such a cozy space, but I am struggling with it, y'all. It's dark, and here is my biggest issue with this house that I really didn't notice when we viewed it. I don't know if it would have changed my mind, but living here, I see this as being the biggest challenge. and that is how dark it is. And there's a few reasons for this, but I actually got a comment on one of my YouTube videos from someone, and they said, your videos in this new house are just too dark. I can't stand it. It's too distracting. I won't be watching anymore. Thank you for letting me know, but how kind of you. But anyway, it is a challenge, and the reason being that it feels darker, especially on this side of the house, is that number one, there are so many trees outside. And they're so lush right now because it's summer. And so our whole house is so nice and secluded and shaded. So it just doesn't get that bright sky. So we viewed the home in winter when, the leaves weren't on the tree, and it just didn't feel that dark. So I think that might be just something we have to adapt to. When I start to feel like it's too dark and I feel gloomy, I just go outside, because let me tell you, all those shade trees out there, the lushness of the yard is to die for. So we'll deal with it, but I would like to make this space as bright as possible. The other thing that I think is the problem is they have built this home with such, well, it's got the steep pitch on the roof, but it's got such deep, what's the word? Like where the roof covers the window. Like what's the word, you guys? You know what I mean? I'll show you. I'll take the video and show you, but it covers the sky basically from entering fully into the windows. It basically is another layer of shade so that the sun just doesn't come right through these windows, even though there's a ton of windows. So it kind of blows my mind that it's still so dark. Still can't think of the word. I'm trying to think of it here. It'll come when I'm done. Or you guys can let me know. What's it called? A pitch on the roof. All right, I'm done. We're gonna move on. I don't remember the name. But it's shaded, basically. The other thing is, of course, the colors in this room. We like to call this wall color poo brown. Basically what it reminds us of. So I'm definitely going to be lighting it up. Now, if you've noticed, the rooms that I already showed you, they've already painted the doors and the trim around the windows white. But this section of the house, they left it wood, which my guess is what they did in the original build when it was built in the 70s. So I can tell that the painted trim already makes a difference on that side of the house, but I actually do love the wood. So I'm quite torn here. Do I kind of go off of that and say that side of the house is more white and bright, and this one, let's definitely change the paint colors, but keep the wood tones? I don't know. Or to get more light in it, do I just need to go brighter with the paint colors? I don't know. Part of me is just scared, because once you paint this wood, you can't really go back very easily. So let me know. They've got the wood on these closet doors. We're actually debating busting out this closet entirely. It's supposed to be a coat closet, but we don't even use it for that because we want to make the inside of the garage a mudroom. There's a really nice spot for that, which I'll show you. But these wood doors could go down, and I would maybe thinking about putting the piano right there, which I think will be nice just for the space, but also I like to throw in some antique furniture in every space, and there's no extra walls in here. So by taking out that closet and putting the piano there, that gives me more room in the schoolroom for storage, but also opens up this space a little bit, takes away some of the dark woods. So maybe I can keep the wood trim. I don't know, you guys. This is the struggle space for me, but the beams on the ceiling, definitely not touching. Those are beautiful. We would love to put like tongue and groove planks between the beams. Definitely paint it, probably white to brighten it up. I want to take down these weird old tools up here above the fireplace. They're cool, but probably not the cottage vibe I'm going for. The previous owners just left them all. Definitely getting rid of this 90s Berber carpet. Wood flooring in here for sure. It's such a traffic zone that this carpet is already just nasty. So I want something that you can clean and get clean. Another reason I love wood flooring. And you just put down a rug, because rugs are easy to replace when they've lived their life. So paint, wall treatments of some kind. I think along this wall, maybe some beadboard. Brighten it up. Let me know your thoughts. I would like a bigger sofa to fit more of our kids. I got these ticking stripe rockers off of Facebook. I think it's $100 for both of them. They're super comfy. They're Pottery Barn. And they're really cute. They give me that kind of cottage vibe. So they don't really fit the space right now, but it's kind of where I'm going, if that helps. I actually don't want to paint this brick. If any of you are worried about that, I love the brick. The brick has some history to it, so I don't want to touch it. It's one of my favorite features in the home, along with these wood beams. So we're gonna work with it, find the colors that work with it. I've noticed blue paints and white paints often look really good with red brick. So that's probably where we're headed. But for now, let's head over into the dining room nook and in the kitchen and share what's going on in there. All right, the kitchen and dining area. How can you love a space so much and also not love a space so much? That's how I feel about this kitchen right now. But there are features that I love. I love the stone archway over the oven. I love the cozy little dining nook. I actually love the walnut color on the cabinets, even though they make the space feel dark. So anyway, there are things I love. The layout itself, it's a galley kitchen. Those are a little challenging. I know some of you have left me comments saying the same thing. Galley kitchens are a little tricky, but I think we're gonna make it work. And I like this space that's adjacent to it that's supposed to be a formal dining room, but I think we're gonna make that into a butler's pantry like in our old house because I think you all agree with me, that was the best space. So I want it again in this house, and I think that'll work great right there. Okay, for the dining nook, you can see that there's like a half wall that separates it. We've debated kind of tearing that down, but I also like how it kind of creates this cozy little dining nook and a little separation so you can do fun things with the walls. So I don't know, what would you do? Would you take that down so that maybe you can get a bigger dining table in here, or leave it so that it's cozier? I don't know, that's what I'm debating. Definitely gonna say goodbye to the wallpaper. The red, even though I think it's really cute and country, I think I'm going more towards cooler colors in this house, like the outside. And then of course, whatever we do with the flooring for the rest of the house, we'll just move on through here as well. I think this flooring is a little too dark. Another reason it feels darker, particularly in this section. So I would like a bit of a lighter tone for the flooring. Now in this kitchen right here, we actually have the baker's rack from our old house. And if you've watched the other tour videos, you know that there was a fridge here. Well, crazy thing happened, this fridge like died, bit the dust. Thank heavens we had the home warranty and we were still in that time. So we were able to get another fridge. However, we really wanted, or really thought that a fridge would be better over here on the other side of this brick. It would hide it more, and the fridge just stuck out so much right here. So already by removing that in this spot, it feels so much more open. And I love that this is the focal point instead of a big stainless steel fridge. I really like how that feels. The only problem is this is a pretty small fridge. And so we have a smaller fridge in the house, kind of this vintage style, brought it from the other home. And then we have a bigger fridge in the garage. So a little tricky, but I'm actually just loving the layout so much better. So I think it'll work. As far as the cabinets, I think we're gonna make them work. I really like the walnut tone. And so I wanna work with them rather than paint them and work around them. Again, my biggest concern is making this feel lighter and brighter. But I think if we do different countertops, perhaps Carrara marble, it's my favorite. I think that will look really nice with the walnut. And then I'm toying with the idea of maybe painting the upper cabinets or using these upper cabinets inside that pantry area and getting a whole different style of upper cabinets. So we keep them, but work with them to make it lighter. I don't know, that's what's in my mind right now. If you have seen a kitchen that mixes different uppers and lowers, let me know. Maybe you have a picture you could send me. That's my thoughts. I love this little plate rack up here above these cabinets though, so that might just stay or work with the other, whatever other cabinets we put in there, but I love that. This section on this little bar area, I would prefer to do open shelving right here where we just put our cups and can grab them easily. I love open shelving when it's really functional and not just decor in a kitchen. It can be both, but they don't get super dusty if you're actually like using the plates on them. So this baker's rack with our plates and bowls that we use all the time is amazing. You guys, I just looked behind me and realized I didn't even put the dishes away for you. I'm so sorry. I'm in a hurry to film this video because my littles are at the library. They wanted to be there for a couple hours and I thought, perfect, time to film a video. So I'm in a hurry so I can go get them. I didn't do the dishes for you, I'm sorry. But anyway, this little island area is really nice for like serving and prepping, but I don't particularly like how it's like angled. So I think if we shift these lower cabinets over and just do a straight countertop, I think that will again open it a lot right here, especially with the fridge gone. So this little brick alcove area for the stove I think is so cute. Definitely want to work with it. I don't love these lower cabinets and I don't love the glass induction stovetop. I find them difficult to cook with and I really just envision a nice oven range with, you know, the ovens inside of it. Propane top is what I'd really like, a gas top. So I think we'll, you know, chisel these out and switch that around. Then we have these two double ovens on the wall, the brick wall, which is super nice, of course. A double oven is great, but I'm hoping to get kind of the same kind of double oven that we had in the last house, which I loved. But in place of where these double ovens are inside this brick, I think just making a cute cabinet door front and making that a storage place for pots and pans would work really well. I saw that again on the church history sites. Some of these older colonial homes would do that. They'd have a cabinet door embedded in with the brick, and I thought it looked really cool. So I think we're going for that. And then let's talk about this butler's pantry, at least what I hope to be. One of you mentioned that it should be like a prep kitchen space. Love, love that idea. So that's where I'm headed with that. I think along the one wall, we'll take out this door because we'll never use it. But I would like to do like the curtain bottom that we had in the other butler's pantry. So just build a countertop and do a curtain bottom. I think that'd be really cute. Definitely check out my last butler's pantry if you don't know what I'm talking about, but it was, oh, it was so good. And then maybe do some uppers up here to store more food. I love the curtain because you can store big bulky food or canned food under there. But I like this vibe of kind of a mix and match furniture. It feels definitely cottage, old world to me. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that, how to get the storage that we need in there to make it a pantry slash prep kitchen space, as well as get some more storage and countertop space for appliances. That's what I'd really like in here. There's just so many windows that it kind of takes up what I would normally, where I would normally put like big hutches for that kind of stuff. So we really can't do that. We got to work with these windows because I'm desperate for as much light as possible. But anyway, those are some ideas. Let me know what you think. And if you have any other cool pantry inspiration for me. Okay, real quick, let's show you this like half bathroom and what was supposed to be a laundry room and the garage area where we want to build kind of the mud room. So not a whole lot to see here right now. This laundry room area, you can see we took the washer and dryer out, actually moved them downstairs because our washer and dryer are quite big and it was so congested. It was driving me up a wall. So those are downstairs for now, but I mean, if we're gonna age in this house, I am thinking about someday we're gonna want the washer and dryer back in there. So I'm not gonna do anything drastic to where we couldn't do that, but I'm thinking this will be just some kind of storage space. Maybe even put the appliances in there so that the appliances aren't in the pretty butler's pantry. Do a countertop area, put the appliances in there. There's these nice big closets in here with these roll-out drawers. That's great for food storage. So we'll probably keep that as another kitchen storage area, but definitely lining up the colors and making it a little more pretty, if you will. Then there's the bathroom, of course, just cosmetic changes in there, and then I think we'll be good. And I'm so embarrassed to show you guys the garage, so we're gonna do it quick. But you can see that there's this big wall, an opportunity for a lot of storage. So we're gonna put cabinets in there where spiders hopefully can't get in for all of our coats, snow gear, shoes, bags, you name it. But I think it'd be great to keep the shoes outside in this garage area, build the mudroom right in there where we pull in from the car and keep that mess outside of the house. So You'll again see the fridge in there, but there's this carpet, so we'll rip that up, do some nice tile flooring, and just make that kind of an extension of the inside of the house for all the shoes and all the messy things. Oh man, you guys, I didn't realize how long I could talk about this. Apparently I get excited talking about house plans, but I think I've talked too long and I haven't even done downstairs or upstairs. So we might have to save that for a part 2. But really the upstairs is just their bedrooms. You can check out my first home tour where I shared those. It's just gonna be bedroom makeover spaces, new flooring, new wall treatments, freshen up the bathroom, all that good stuff. The downstairs right now is an absolute disaster. So consider yourself blessed for not seeing it right now. But this is the first space we're kind of making over. It's so dark and dreary that I really wanted it to feel good and we need it to function well to kind of feel settled. So we're ripping flooring out, ripping shelving down. It is covered in boxes and just an absolute disaster. So you really don't need to see that now, but I'll be back to share that progress. Hopefully some reveals of that space really soon. So I think I will let you get on with your day. Thank you for joining me. I would love to hear your thoughts, and a huge thanks to Thrive Market again for sponsoring this video. Make sure you go to thrivemarket.com/tidbitsandcompany to take advantage of their 30% off offer with the free gift. I had a lot of fun with you today, and I will be back very soon to share more inspiration for the keeper of the home. Okay, I gotta try this. Never had their granola. That's good.